Hey guys, welcome. Welcome to the All-Star Fantasy Football League Week 5 recap. Boy, what a good weekend it was. It was a fantastic 4-day weekend over here. I'll tell you what, we had Friday off, and Saturday and Sunday, everybody's preparing for this typhoon. And I tell you what, this typhoon was nothing. It was a great day after the wind stopped. But I'll tell you what, I've played golf in worse wind. I have. We got a lot of rain. No big deal. A little windy here and there. Didn't even lose power. I was able to watch football, take naps. You know, it was amazing. Another day off. Gotta love those days off, man. Got to. Who cares about that? Who cares about that? Let's talk about some football, huh? Cowboys, hey, they won. I can't believe it. The Titans lost. It was a 25-point lead. And that's like the biggest regular season, whatever, come from behind win since the 1920. And that's what Chris Berman said earlier. It was ridiculous. I mean, 29-28 final, Cleveland over Tennessee. And it amazes me. It really does. That teams, I mean, I shouldn't be amazed because the Cowboys lose it when they're winning. But it just amazes me how much can go downhill, after a big lead. People get them big heads. But anyway, gentlemen, All-Star Fantasy Football League Week 5 recap is here. First matchup, Colorado Antlers, 1-3 Colorado Antlers versus the 2-2 Corn-Fed Fatties. Andrew Luck got you 21 points there, Mark. This is the close game of the week, gentlemen. Close game of the week. Close game of 13 points was the difference. I mean, it wasn't as close as some other ones been, but it was close this week. And boy, there were some doozies. We had a couple of games that were, they were big wins. They were big wins. And we'll get into that too. Anyway, Frank Gore there, Mark got you 11. AJ Green 17. Reggie Wayne 14. Wes Welker 12. But the big story on your team this week was Julius Thomas, and he got 24. Then the Packers defense. Oh boy, that was a good Thursday night win for him, wasn't it? That was huge. They got 28 points for you. 133-120 the final. Brandon, Pierre Thomas is on your bench. You put in Matt Forte, but you failed to put in Pierre Thomas against the Buccaneers. Yeah, they were playing at home. The Saints were. Pierre Thomas is a good target for Drew Brees. A very good target, especially with Sproles being gone. And you remember how much Drew Brees relied on Darren Sproles, but he ain't there no more. So who's he rely on? Pierre Thomas, the veteran. Anyway, that's beside the fact here. You put in Randall Cobb and you put in Terrence Williams. You failed to figure about Brian Quick or BJ Quick, whatever his name is. Yeah, the receiver for St. Louis. He's on your bench right here, man. 25 points. He's the high scorer of your receivers, but he was on the bench. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. And Goskowski got you 21 points, and the kicker you got in there was Zerline. That's a 17. If you just switch out kickers, you'd have won this ball game, and you would have got the closest win trophy. But you didn't, Brandon. You didn't do it. So we got to give it to Mark. Congratulations, Mark. You are 2-3. Brandon, you are also 2-3. Congratulations. Next, we have the Death by Taxes and the Colorado Reapers. Now, this had a potential it being a come from behind victory, but it wasn't going to happen. Seattle, their defense, I don't know if they're not playing as well as they did last year. Don't get me wrong. They're still a good defense. They're a great defense. But something's not clicking. I don't know if y'all watched it. Here's a highlight right here. Deshaun Jackson on that long pass from Kirk Cousins. Oh, my gosh. And they showed Percy Harvin there getting thrown to Russell Wilson. That was a good touchdown for Percy. But personal foul. Sorry. Guys, Death by Taxes, 123. Colorado Reapers, 93. That's a 30-point win for you there, Dave, with the help of Arian Foster, with the help of Eddie Lacy. Oh, boy. They were your two high scores there, 30 points and 27, respectively. Peyton Manning there, Mike, got you 39 points. You got Deshaun Jackson. I just spoke about him. He's on your bench. He's got 26 points on the bench. Both Tennessee receivers, you have both of them. Kendall Wright and Justin Hunter on your bench. And they threw the ball well. Tennessee really threw the ball well. Kendall Wright got you 26 points. Justin Hunter got you 18, and they're on the bench. The Ravens defense did better than the Seahawks, and they're on your bench. But, hey, I don't blame you. Of course, I'd have played the Seahawks defense over the Ravens too, especially playing the Deadskins, because the Deadskins, they suck. Anyway, Dave, congrats. You're 3-2. Mike, congrats. You're also 3-2. Next matchup, we have the 4-0 Buckeye Nation visiting the Fairway Flyers, the 0-4 Fairway Flyers. It was time. It was time for Jonathan to get him a victory, and boy, he did. He brought down the undefeated team of the Buckeye Nation. We got one undefeated team left and one winless team left. But let's get into this one here. 152-89 is the final. Now, that was not, guys, that was not the big victory of the week. It wasn't. 152-89 was not. It's crazy, I know. Cam Newton there, Jonathan, got you 18. Jackson got you 17. Des Bryant, 23. Julio got you 21 points. Gronkowski got you 22. Dawson, wow. Phil Dawson, man, he did really good for you. He got 20 points. A kicker. Kicker did better than your quarterback. Nuts. Brian, oh, hell. You got 3 players that are in double digits. Wow, that's a recipe for a loss. The good thing, Brian, you didn't get low score of the week, so that's good. I'd hate for the team that was undefeated to get the low score of the week then, next week. 24 from Aaron Rodgers. Macklin got you 18. Brown got you 13. I can't say anything else about the bench or anything in this matchup because you couldn't have done anything, really. You lost 152-89. Jonathan, congrats on your first win. You are now 1-4. Brian, you are 4-1. Next matchup. Oh, here we go. The Big Blue World Champs and the Ass Kicking Chickens. The 4-0 World Champs and the 2-2 Ass Kicking Chickens. Russell Wilson had an awesome game. He had a great game. He is the leading rusher of the game, and he got you 34 points. And I saw what you were saying on the little message board, so I'll take that into consideration, your statement that you made. And everybody saw it, and maybe we can have a vote or something to see how many games that you're going to be suspended from making your lineup there, Jeremy. Don't mess with the commish, man. Don't mess with the commish. Ooh, I'll make it rough. Marshawn Lynch got you 22. Alfred Morris got you 1 point. He fumbled the ball. Jordy Nelson, who cares about all this? The one we're going to talk about is the 42-point game that Demaryius Thomas did. Wow. That was crazy, wasn't it? He just opened. I don't know what happened. He just opened. Arizona didn't want to cover him. And when they did, they kind of dropped down and just let him fly. Anyway, got some trophies here. Jeremy, you got the high score of the week, and you got the biggest win of the week. Rodney, hey, I'm not going to leave you out, Bubba. I'm not going to leave you out. You got the low score trophy of the week. So look up, man. It's okay. Who cares if you're 2-3? Who cares? Jeremy, you're 5-0, man. 5-0. And Rodney, you got Ellington on the bench at 32 points on the bench. You got Anton Smith at 17 on the bench. Tom Brady, even on the bench, with more points than Stafford. Actually, a lot more points than Stafford. 16 more. Miles Austin in there with 7 points. Now, why didn't you put in Miles Austin instead of Megatron? I don't understand it. I mean, he got 7 points here. Megatron got 1. That's weird. It doesn't matter, though, because all play here, you would have been 149. It wouldn't have been enough. It would not have been enough. And I'm sorry there, Rodney. You got a loss and a low-score trophy. Hey, but you got 1 point more than you were projected. So, hey, that's 2 good things for you. Congrats, Jeremy. I hope you lose sometime soon. Maybe after the suspension, you might lose. Maybe you'll lose during the suspension. Who knows? I'm not suspending you. I can't. Hooligans. Last matchup, guys. Hooligans. The 0-4 Hooligans and the 2-2 Cake Standers. Chris, I tell you, I was a little worried when I saw Antonio Gates having a great game. I was worried that Rivers was going to have a little bit worse game and throw some interceptions and not throw to Eddie Royal, which he didn't really throw to Eddie Royal. He only got 7 points. The Chargers shut out. I mean, they shut out the Jets, which is good. They got me 25 points. I beat you, Chris. I'm sorry to keep you winless, but you're 0-5. I'm 3-2. Final score of that one, 135-115. If you put in Vincent Jackson instead of Smith, it would have been a different story. If you'd have put in Robinson instead of Charles, would have been a different story. You would have beat me. But there's no way that you were going to be doing that, especially with the game Jamal had last week. It's crazy. Guys, standings here. Standings. NFC. Buckeye Nation at 4-1. Colorado Reapers at 3-2, followed by the Antlers and the Fatties, both at 2-3, and then the Fairway Flyers at 1-4. Now we have the AFC. Big Blue World Champs. 5-0. I'm at 3-2. Death by Taxes also 3-2. Ass Kicking Chickens at 2-3. And the Hooligans at 0-5. Guys, that's the recap for Week 5. What do we got to look forward to now? Week 6. Week 6 is going to be tough for the Cowboys. They visit Seattle in their house. Seattle does well in their house. The Cowboys are good on the road. We haven't lost on the road this year. Of course, we've only had 2 games on the road. We go up to Seattle, then we come home for a good home stretch. But I don't know. Romo did play well, especially when I thought he was going to get crushed by J.J. Watt, and then he ended up throwing a good pass to Des Bryant and a touchdown pass to good old Terrence Williams. It was good. The Cowboys are doing good. I know Mike and Brandon, you're loving it. I know you're loving it. Guys, hey, that's Week 5 recap. We will see you on, what day is this? Tuesday. We'll see you on Thursday for a Week 6 preview. Thank you.